Hey guys, welcome to another one of my mod videos. What we're going to be modding today is going to be a 1999 Star Wars lightsaber. And this one is very special to me because this is a prop that I haven't seen done before. I'm going to be doing a custom mod on a 1999 2000 era Hasbro lightsaber. What Hasbro did in that time is they came out with these multiple kits. So it would be this body style, but it would have different color blades. They had yellow and orange, they had purple, and it was also to kind of tie in with the Knights of the Old Republic when you could customize your own hilt and your lightsaber to be what you wanted it to be. So there's a lot of customization stuff really taking off during this time frame. So you can see exactly what we're working with. The light setup is pretty easy. Really nothing inside, it's just hollow, really easy to be able to work with that. And then for the actual light, what's nice is, let me get this taken off. This is our light source. So basically the batteries would be inside the hilt. This then powers this, and then our reflective casing is stuck in here. So we're gonna get rid of this. I don't want the blade at all. I just want the hilt. And once we get done doing that, we're going to follow up with our Model Masters paint. I've got a new technique that I'm going to try, see how well it works out, because I have a Alec Guinness Obi-Wan Kenobi lightsaber that I have been meaning to touch up. And if this technique works out really nice and I like it, I may very well do it for his. But I'm definitely going to do it on this one first, just because we've got a lot more a little less area to have to cover, if that makes sense. And I think it will come out really nice once we finish it up and see how this technique works out. So with that, guys, we're gonna take this apart, get some primer on it, and go from there. So with that, guys, let's get to it.
All right, guys, step one is done. Basically what we ended up doing is unthreading the cap from the top of the hilt, and what we did after that for the blade is we pushed it through the bottom, and it actually kept everything intact. The base is still clean, all that good stuff. So if we wanted to use it as a functional prop in the future, obviously we can. I think I'll go ahead and elect to keep the electronics in it, just because, I mean, it's already there. All right, guys, what we're going to do now is I've got it prepped for priming. What we're going to be using today is going to be our Rust-Oleum 2-time coverage primer. Fantastic product. And basically what we're going to end up doing is we'll do one side. Once that's done, flip it over, complete the other side. We'll let it cure for about 30 minutes to an hour on each turn until we've got the entire saber covered. At that point, we'll then transition in getting our paints color scheme mapped out and getting that situated in the following steps. And we just want to do light sprays, nothing too crazy. We just want to get enough coverage on the prop that we can begin to work with it here in the latter step. All right, so that part's done. Like I said, we'll leave it for 30 minutes to an hour, check back on it, flip it over, do the other side, and then we'll really get into it.
Priming is done. Primer came on really nice. Primer came on really smooth, so I have no issues whatsoever with it. It looks fantastic just as is already, but definitely excited about getting to the next step with paint. So let's get to it. All right, guys, so I've got my paint brushes and I've got my tester paints and model paints out, but the new technique that I'm going to be trying with the lightsaber is this. This is aluminum foil tape. This idea came from Adam Savage on one of his episodes of Tested, when he was doing a wooden sword, and to give it that metallic feel, he was able to overlay this onto the prop. Majority of this hilt, the back is silver, along with a little bit around the topping and in around here. All the ribbings here are black. aluminum foil tape to see how well that looks. If it doesn't look great, looks cheesy, well then I've got my Model Masters silver tester that we can use to really fill this in and make it look nice. All right, so I've been playing with this stuff for the last couple of minutes, and it's good. It was good in theory. It's just very bad in principle. The foil is just not wanting to adhere and stay the shape the way I want it to go. And honestly, it looks a little cheesy. I think for some other props, this would be a very appropriate tool to use, but for this kind of build and for this kind of prop, I think we're just going to be good using our Model Masters silver to fill it in, and maybe even doing an aluminum metallic paint, maybe taping off the black areas of the hilt and then filling that in that way. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to prep this thing for paint to do the black for the guard and for the main part of the hilt, and then we will let that dry, let that cure, and we'll go back in, do the silver, touch that up, and if there's any spots I just don't like, we'll follow it up with our Model Masters. So let's get to it. So the paint's really sticking a little bit harder than I want it to. I'm going to let this portion dry. I'm actually going to go ahead and tape off the button, and then I'm just going to take some black spray paint to it. I think that'll speed up the process a little bit. So I ran out of black paint, shame on me, and the only thing that I had to be able to go ahead and get the saber done was this high heat Rust-Oleum. I used this on my fireplace a couple of weeks back, and also to redo my fire pit that I have at my house, and it's coming on really nice. It's got this really cool, almost kind of a matte finish to it. It's not very glossy, which is kind of what I wanted. I wanted it to be more of a flat black instead of a gloss black, but it's come on really nice. And one cool thing about this is that this particular high heat is drying very, very, very fast. I put that first coat on probably 5 minutes ago. So I'm probably gonna give this about another 10, just because I went ahead and did another full coverage area, but should be able to pull this off, see what our touch-ups need to be, and after that, guys, we'll be done. Hey guys, sorry for the jump, but what I ended up doing was I went ahead and fast forward with the paint, because Qui-Gon's lightsaber is pretty straightforward. We've got a red button, silver, and black. What I elected to do with this build was make it a little more distressed. So without further ado, here is the lightsaber. Because I took the Model Master silver and I distressed the ribbing all around the handle grip. I also distressed the button. I took a glove and applied a very light thing of the red on there, and then I just kind of whoosh right on there. And so it kind of brought up a little bit more of the black and a little more of the primer that was on it. I also elected to go ahead and do a little bit more of aging around the hilt. just to show some wear and tear and distress from Obi-Wan keeping it all those years following the events of Battle on Naboo and when Qui-Gon passed away. So I'm really happy. I'm just going to have to go get a stand for this thing, and we'll prop it up next to my Kylo Ren lightsaber here in my office. And other than that, guys, thanks for watching. Make sure to hit the like, the subscribe button. It does a lot for me. And if there's something that you want me to cover next, leave it in the comment section below. Personal message me on the back end of my channel. I'm looking for things to either mod, or I'm looking for subjects to make for another video. So I do appreciate the support, guys. I really do. And with that, guys, see ya.